Hi everyone, it's Jodie here. How are you all? I hope everyone is happy and healthy and has been busy creating wondrous works of art. This is a Mermay bookmark. I had all intentions of posting this for Mermay, which sadly I was way too slow. I probably will still hashtag it as a Mermay because that was what my full intentions were, and at the end of the day it doesn't matter if it's a bit late. Better late than never, as they say. So when I was just starting there, I put down a base of green and different sort of greens using my Holtz Distress Paints, and I splashed on some water to try and give a watermark, but that didn't really work too well, so I went in again with isopropyl alcohol and dropped a few drops of that around, and that really gave a good effect. So that's how my background basically is. That's all that I've done, and now I'm just doing the details, well, putting in like a base layer of like a flesh tone using the Ceramcoat paints. I have a little collection of those, and yeah, so just putting down her skin, putting down the flesh colours in her skin area. It'd be good if I could talk properly. Right, the reason why I'm making a bookmark is because I have I needed a new one. The bookmark that I have, and I have been using for years now, my mother-in-law gave it to me. It was a little piece of tatting that was put in, I can't remember what, for the life of me, what they call it, where you put, it's in a bit of 2 pieces of plastic and you put it through one of those machines to heat seal it together. So I've had this bookmark for years, but it's just finally starting to split. And I don't really want to ruin the piece of tatting because it's absolutely beautiful. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll make myself a bookmark. So that'll be fun. So yes. So that's how come I am doing this bookmark for myself. I might do a few others because I thought that's actually quite, it's quite nice doing these small little paintings. I really enjoyed a while. When I first started posting the YouTube videos, I did the ATC cards because they're small, so they're not, you have no fear. Well, that's how I see it. I had no fear of them because it's like, oh well, these are only little. You can get quite away with not having quite a lot of detail when you're doing something so small, and it doesn't matter. So I really, really enjoyed creating those, and that's what started me really thinking, oh well, if I can create all these with little ATCs, then I can, once I really built up confidence, I moved on to bigger things. So it's good. It was good. Really enjoyed it, and I still sometimes look at them and think, oh, I would like to do some more. And I actually have finally I decided to put my name down for the Willowing ATC swap, so I am doing my first one of those this June, and yeah, that was great. So it's quite good being given a subject and having to create something with it. So I recommend doing challenges as well if time permits. I know I've taken far too long to finish doing this little project because I get a little bit sidetracked, or I'm easily sidetracked doing other things, and I don't actually do a lot of painting at night time. I find after tea it's just, after we've had our dinner, I should say, tea when people say they're having tea in New Zealand, it means we are having our dinner or evening meal. So a lot of people get quite confused. They think we're just having a cup of tea for a meal, but no, it's just what we call our evening meal. So after dinner, I just get a bit lazy. I might sit on the couch, and I sit with my husband in the lounge. So if I'm wanting to paint, I have to be in my craft room, and I get a bit lonely. So yeah. So yes, all the details of my mermaid's face and her body and everything, and now I've gone in and painting her tail. I've just done a undercoat of red because I sort of wanted a iridescent pinky type tail. Well, that's how I started. And I haven't done her hair yet. Oh, I am now. I just went in just to block some colour in because I wanted her hair to be that sort of yellowy colour. That pen wasn't working very well. It was a like an acrylic paint pen thing. Anyway, it gave me the undercolour and it gave me the outline. And so I knew, sort of had that bit blocked in. So now I'm putting in the Rowney. That's what those glass bottles are at the top there. Rowney Pearlescent paints. They're an acrylic paint, and I quite like that. I think they're lovely colours. So yeah, I'm just dabbing the paints in very, very thick, and because I wanted it to be quite thick and to have a bit of texture, and yeah. So yeah, and the colours I've used are the blue, lovely crimson, a pink and a purple, and I also go back in with a bit of silver. So yeah, now I'm getting like a stylus and I'm just making sort of, what am I doing? I was just sort of lobbing or stabbing at the paint, just to make it sort of textured, like I said. It does make it look like these scales there. It's not easy narrating these videos. I always think, oh, I'll just talk my way through it, but then I get to a point where it's like, what am I? I'm just blabbing on. I have nothing, I don't know what else to say, especially when I'm going back over something that I'm just trying to get the details right on. I did have a little problem with her, the eye that's at the back, you know, the furthest, the one on the left, because of the way the face, I was having trouble with her forehead or the cheek. Something was not quite right, so I kept going back and fixing that up, and then I was waiting for paints to dry, and yeah, so I do sometimes get quite sidetracked just putting a lot of effort into those things, but then I suppose is who we are, and those are the things that we like. I have been using, as you can see, I'm using Pitt pens as well. I do enjoy them. I think I went around her with the grey, and I realised, oh, it's more like an outline, and I didn't like it. And by the time I wet my brush to go back and sort of blend it in, it had dried, and you can't really move it. So I had to go back in with a bit of skin tone just to mute it down a little bit. She's got turquoisey blue eyes. Yeah, okay, at the moment in New Zealand we are in our winter. It's very wet, horrible and wet. First or a second frost. We don't get snow where I live. It's but further down the island, in the centre of the North Island, they have snow where our mountain is, and also on the east coast of the North Island where the other mountain is, Mount Taranaki or Egmont, where they have snow, but the South Island has the most snow. It gets very cold down there. So yes, this mermaid's got a bit of a a round tummy. She could be pregnant, or she might have eaten too many fish, because I'm not sure what mermaids eat, whether they eat fish or seaweed. Oh, and a little visit from our new kitten. So yeah, we have 2 other cats that are getting old, and so we brought a new kitten, and our older cats are not happy about that at all, but we are making progress, so that is good. Maybe one day when I retire, I will get a little dog. I had a dog many years ago, and I love dogs as well. I love all animals. I'm a very nature inclined person. I love all the flowers and birds and bees and bugs and animals, you name it. I love it. So yeah, so what am I doing here? Putting in some highlights, fixing up bits, trying to get her hair right, because I hate it. Well, no, I don't hate hair. That's too strong. Hair is not my favourite. I struggle with it. I seem to overwork it. So I need to practice, don't I? That's the only way I'm going to get any better. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this little mermaid. Right now I'm just going in with a Sakura Gelly roll glitter pen. I added in her tail, which is sort of going up behind her, I just added some lines of glitter in there, and also some spots of glitter through her tail. Not a lot, just sort of here and there. That's a good way of putting it. Nearly at the end, I think I finished with all the details from her, and just highlighting putting in a darker tone down the bottom and a lighter tone at the top. A bit more of the jelly roll around her tail, and probably find that, oh yeah, here we go, some white. Right, I just may as well say I'm getting to the end. I glued on a little starfish, hammered in, the next step is I've hammered in a hole. So I put a tassel on, and I have used a varnish, a thick varnish. First I went over with a pouring medium, then when that was completely dry, I have gone with a gloss varnish to seal everything in. And I think I sealed in some gems. I had some earrings that broke. So I picked the gems out and I've stuck them just around the top of her tail. And they all went on. They stayed where they were with that pouring medium and the varnish. And then I put a tassel on, and that was that. Oh well, thank you all for watching. I hope you've been inspired, and give it a go. Make your own bookmark, make some for friends. Thank you for watching, and please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. See ya. Bye.